Days after it was announced that Mike D'Antoni would become the next Lakers head coach, Kobe Bryant was still talking about Phil Jackson. Here's what Kobe had to say about his former head coach.
It seems like all of our assistant coaches, when they left here, to even mention the word triangle was like taboo, and I don't understand it. I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that question. It's very strange. It's very bizarre. You would think that organizations and other coaches would try to learn from Phil. I mean, that's what they should do, right? I mean, if you have a coach who's won more than anybody in the profession, you would kind of want to try to study them and analyze them and figure out why that's the case. But they haven't done it. So.
Do you think people write it off as just, well, he's had Michael and he's had you and Shaq?
Yeah, probably. That's probably a little bit of it. But if you talk to Michael and you talk to myself, I'm sure we'll sing his praises to the heavens. And Michael didn't want to play for any other coach when he had him. That's just how it is.
Do you think maybe he's honestly, how willing was he just in the course of playing for him to adapt to changes in personnel?
Well, I mean, it's his theory. I mean, it's his philosophies. The things that he lives by. It's the whole the Zen master thing. I mean, he really believes in letting things unfold and allowing players to develop and allowing the team to kind of grow into their identity, and for guys to communicate with each other and be able to adapt on the fly with each other, removing himself from the equation, which I think is part of the mastery of what he's done.
What does Mike have to do to succeed in that shadow? That's a pretty big shadow.
Well, I think Mike has some of the same characteristics in terms of not micromanaging the team, kind of setting guys up and putting guys in the right position to be successful. And he was probably one altercation away in San Antonio from getting to the finals.
But do you think Phil was just too large?
Have you held on to?
Excuse me?
What aspects of Phil's coaching have you held on to?
Everything. I'm basically the baby Zen master.
Do you feel like maybe Phil was just too larger than life? That's almost too, like, he blocks out the sun, and not every franchise can handle that.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, it's it's a shame.
Have you thought about what your career had been like if you hadn't had the chance to have him as your coach?
No, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have learned the game to the depths of that I know now. But I think the thing about Phil and Pop and great coaches is they make the role players play very well. Guys like myself, Shaq, MJ, Pippen, Pop, our numbers are always going to be excellent, no matter who you put us with. I mean, that's just what we do. But them instilling confidence in the rest of the group and putting them in positions to be successful, allowing them to play in the fourth quarter when they blow a lead and letting them develop. I mean, those are the things that makes a great coach.
Yeah, Kobe, you guys didn't win before Phil got here. Michael didn't win before Phil was there. So there's got to be something to that his stars have been at their best and can fulfill the potential under him.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it makes a great. I mean, were you supposed to win with a bunch of D-leaguers?
I mean, you're saying.
But you know what I mean, though. It's like I never understood that argument that people make.
No, I'm not saying he's a product strictly of his talent. You were saying he helps the he's better for the role players.
Sure.
But he's also gotten the best and gotten results out of the stars.
Well, because he's gotten the most out of the role players. You see what I'm saying? So when they're playing well and they have confidence now, me, MJ, and Shaq, we become more dangerous. Because those guys are playing with more confidence. Those guys are knocking down shots. I mean, honestly, if you put us with anybody, I mean, our numbers going to look the same no matter what. But to win championships, those other guys have to feel comfortable in what their role is.
So no Phil, would you still have 5 rings?
Probably not. Probably not. I mean, if you're talking about winning championships, that's what a great coach does. He instills confidence in the rest of the guys, make sure that they're comfortable in their roles, and that's how you win championships. If you're talking about from an individual standpoint, like I say, that no matter who's coaching, I'm going to do what I do, but it probably won't equate to championships.